Hello guys, Diolli.com team is here. Uh, Svetlana Muha, the leading matchmaker and dating coach at Diolli.com, and our beautiful and a little bit sad psychologist Olesya. Guys, we have promised to answer your questions live, and we love to keep our promises, to keep our word. I'm sorry. I have just conducted a few interviews, so yes, it's a little bit complicated to do the talking. So let's start with the last two videos. One got like 30 comments and the other got like 70 comments. We apologize that we won't be able to cover all of them. We thank you all for your attention, but we will try to cover some of them at least. Alessia, how about this one? Beautiful Alisa, I know that kiss at the end was for me. Of course. Okay, so let's take some of the comments. Which one would you like to have? Alessia. How about this one? The gentleman says that $250 for two people in Kiev, regardless of where it is worldwide. It's really expensive for the meal. I live in Canada, and you can even eat at a nice restaurant in Toronto for $50-$60 per person. $250 is wildly unreasonable and a waste of money.
Maybe, so don't visit such restaurants.
Guys, I understand your attention to this video, and gentlemen are always touchy about the money topic, and it's really not a very easy topic. I was just talking to a gentleman who's happily engaged, and he said that still money topic is touchy for his fiancée. She's afraid to hurt his feelings. Different people have different expectations regarding the first date and different value of money. Some people will find $30 dinner fancy and reasonable. Other people will say that $30 is way too much for dinner. The problem occurs when gentlemen ask out ladies who are not on the same page as they are about the value of money. In the example I have given you in the video, the lady is a lawyer and a successful one, a beautiful girl who has invested lots of energy, time and money into her looks because she can afford it, into her education and into her career. So she can date really successful gentlemen in Ukraine. She prefers dating successful gentlemen abroad. It's her choice. The problem occurs when we introduce a lady, let's say a school teacher, to a gentleman, a foreigner. They go out and the lady does not expect a $200 bill. She chooses a common place. They have a nice dinner and the bill is about $50 or $30. But later on the gentleman tells, oh, she's too plain. I don't like your clothes. I don't think that she has a special something. She has a sparkle or something like that. And he tells her that I want to date somebody more sophisticated. And more sophisticated ladies pretty often have expensive taste. So no, not every lady will expect a $250 bill. If that's not for you, like Alisa said, don't go out to such places.
But we are talking about first date, and this is the first impression, and you have only one chance to make it right. So of course you should invest in your first date.
Different ladies and different gentlemen will have different attitude. So this is why we conduct all those interviews when we are speaking about the matchmaking process. The girl in the example has met the gentleman online at a free dating site. So during the matchmaking process, we try to understand the attitude of both the lady and the gentleman to gender roles, to money, to family, to relationship, so that during the date they won't be in the situation when she has expected this or he has expected this, but it has never happened. Love is priceless, money is nothing. Yes, love is really more important than money, that's for sure. We try to do it from the phone this time, so please tell us if the quality is better or worse. I try to see your comments and sorry. Guys, I don't know how to read your comments. That was what I have pressed. We can do it like that. So usually we do it from phone, but there were like some comments that the quality was not very good, so we have decided from the computer to do it from phone this time. No, we can't see them, you see? We had to do it from the computer. Okay, what is written there? This man need to stop crying. I have to say, if a man is going to look for a wife abroad, is nothing. Their lives are what matters. You look nice. Thank you so much, guys. Good morning, ladies. Good morning. I keep watching your videos, and it seems it's getting changed to younger men. As someone 56, I do not want a younger woman, just someone like 42 and older.
We have a different female base, and of course we have young ladies and ladies who are more older, so we have different ladies.
I just had
Not
conducted,
only 18 years old.
I was just talking to a gentleman, our client, and he's our ex-client, but there is no such thing like an ex-client when it comes to matchmaking. The gentleman is in his late 40, not late, he's like 48 or 47, and the lady, she's 4 or 5 years younger. So we have matched them last year, and they're waiting for a K1 visa. We work with gentlemen in their 60s and their 50s. I had a Skype interview today with a gentleman who is in his 60s. So different age. But yes, we are getting younger. Like 5 years ago, working with a gentleman who is in his 30s was quite unusual. It's getting more and more common, but it doesn't mean that we are giving up on our more mature and adult clients. It's not so. So let's go through some other comments. Diolli, I think you are missing the point that the gentleman on the video is trying to make. He is speaking on a very general sense. Of course, Russian, Belarusian, or Ukrainian girls are not mostly virgins. Belarusian or Belarusian? How do you say it correctly? Belarusian or Belarusian? How do you say it? Belarusian. My sister is here, and she is a lady from Belarusia. To put the gentleman point more specifically, I would give a hypocritical example. If 10 experienced, good-looking Western guys went out with 10 American or Western European average girls, the chances of having sex on the first date are, let's say, 40 to 60. On the other hand, if the same 10 guys went out with 10 Eastern European average girls, the chances of having sex on the first date are close to 0. Now, regarding hotels in Eastern Europe, also agree with the gentleman, as in the USA and Western Europe, generally cannot get any hotels for under $100. Guys, it depends on the hotel. So if you are...
Wait a second, we are talking not about hotel, we are talking about sex on
you
the
like
first
virgins?
days.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. So, yes, of course, you won't have sex on your first date, I can say. But you can have it later. And
I can think of 3 couples that had sex on the first date.
it can happen. It can happen. Why
within the
not?
last 5 years.
Why
Only
not?
one
But-
couple that got married after
But
that.
usually we don't do this on our first date, and
That's not common.
and it's really not common even for your second date or third date. So we need girls, we need some time, and we had a video about sexual desire, and it's not about first maybe 5 meetings or something like that, but I can say that I think the quality of sex that you will get later, not on your first date, will be better than you have with some ladies on the first dates in the United States, for example.
It depends where do you meet those ladies. If we are talking about the American guy who goes out to the bar and he's meeting a girl at the bar in the United States,
Maybe you will have
We have an American girl right there, Nadia. If an American guy, hello, Nadia. We are debating about sex on the first date in United States. If the guy goes out to the bar, what are his chances like to have sex?
Depends how drunk is the girl.
Depends how drunk is the girl.
But
the answer.
chances are pretty high.
The chances are pretty high. I would say that if you're in Ukraine, you go out to the bar where you see really not sober girls, your chances increase. But what is your final goal? To get some sex?
Oh, I'm sorry.
to date
I'm sorry.
someone?
I will leave you for fun 1 minute. I'm sorry.
I think we have lost our psychologist. We have lost our psychologist for a few seconds. So if we are talking about other quality of introductions, when you court the lady, when you see her not as a means to have sex at the end of the evening, this would be another scenario. So it depends where you meet those ladies.
Sorry.
I remember a gentleman has told me during the interview that he had so much success with girls at the bar. They were flirting with him, and why would he need to hire a matchmaker if he can go to the bar and get so much attention? But there is a big difference between ladies at the bar who flirt with you and who are not that sober.
And this is a flirt only for 1 evening.
That we can, and the quality of, I'm sorry, somebody tried to call, and the quality of ladies that you can meet through the matchmaking service, ladies that are girlfriend material. So it's very different. About the hotels, it depends where you like staying. How much comfort would you like to have during your stay? So, of course, it will influence the price. Yes, they do in Ukraine, Belarus, Russia, but do not make money like in the US. Like first thing in the morning. Oh, thank you. I would say there are ladies, where are you from?
Ukraine.
Ukraine. I would say that there are enough of rich guys in Russia, Ukraine, and even Belarus. There are also rich guys in United States. It's not the matter of country, it's the matter.
And also there are a lot of lazy guys in United States who don't have money and don't want to make them. So it's not about country.
It's not about country, definitely. I live 6 years in Ukraine, and what you never tell your client are the following: Ukraine works always late. The work of quality is very poor compared to Western standards. The government.
What do you mean?
Like really?
I think that
one sex on the first date shows that you are not really serious about the lady. If you want a real quality lady, first get some depth together. You are absolutely right. You're absolutely right. It depends on your final goal. If you're looking for sex or if you're looking for a girlfriend material. The average age is 400 more in big cities. Everyone should watch Coach Red Pill. That's the name of the guy's channel. He said Airbnb, not a hotel. I'm married to a Ukrainian woman and have spent 6 months in the last. Diolli is a business, just saying. Well, we live here for more than 30 years, so we have our experience. You have your own that you had within the last 6 months. You're right, wages are really different, like in all countries. Like a girl who is a school teacher, she can earn about $150 or $200. A girl who works for the law company and lives in Kiev, she can earn about $2,000, $3,000. An entrepreneur can earn $10,000. A girl who is a hairdresser can earn $400, $200. It depends in which city she's a hairdresser, so it's very different. Airbnb for $15. I'm not sure you can find that in Kharkov, Kiev, or Lvov, maybe in smaller towns. Excuse me, ladies, for my manners. Hi, hello. The psychologist was speechless. The psychologist is very pretty. Yes, she is. Okay, the next video we have here, like, 72 comments. I've dated Ukrainian girls and live with them. They actually make a living at taking guys to expensive restaurants and get credit and debit card for interest of meal. I have never met such girls. Have you met any girls like that? If that's the case, I think that can appear in every country. Like in every country, there are decent people, not
What
decent
do you
people.
mean credit on meal?
I think he wants to say that you have a meal and then the restaurant gives you like a
One more
cashback.
meal.
Where do you meet those girls? It depends. If you meet them in the nightclub, maybe. There are so many other scammers. The Ukrainian girls I know have a very tough life. Their culture is a scam culture, kind of like gypsies. I don't know how to comment this.
That's why I'm speechless.
If you meet girls, I don't know, at bars and
You know,
maybe
we
can
meet
someone.
people in our life that we are ready to meet. And if you think that all Ukrainian ladies are scammers, believe me, you will meet such people who will подтверждать,
Who will
prove this your view. But if you are believe and you know
And
that
pretty often we attract equals.
yes, and if you believe that not all Ukrainian ladies are scammers and not all Ukrainian ladies try to do
Take
something.
advantage of you.
Yes.
I would say it depends where you meet such people. If you will go, I don't know, in the
It's
US.
not about where you meet.
In
It's
some
not about
crappy bar.
whom you pick, you know. Just you see a lot of ladies, but you pick that one that is really scammer.
Alicia, if you will go to the website called bigboobs.com, I'm sure there would be some good quality people, really marriage oriented.
But it's not about a site, okay? It can be even nightclub. There can be a good lady and there can be not very good lady.
If you
But
go to
if
a
you
nightclub
believe,
and she wears no underwear,
but if you believe that all Ukrainian girls are scammers, you will find the one scammer and you will choose her.
the only scammer at the website or in the bar.
No, we all
Get what we deserve.
it.
I agree with you.
We
Real.
get what we are ready to get. So if you are not ready to marriage, you will find that girls that are not ready to marriage, and you will say that look, all of them are not good for marriage, not good enough for me, and that's true because you are not ready. But if you are ready, you will meet that one that.
Same with guys. You can show a lady a great guy who's like marriage oriented, really boyfriend material, and she will end up dating somebody with lots of baggage, negative baggage, lots of issues, because she's not ready to accept a decent gentleman in her life. Okay, what there? There was 8 of us at a restaurant called Scorpions in Nikolaev. We all had a 3-course meals and a bottle of vodka, and 2 people got a second main meal, and the bill was only $330. Do not compare Nikolaev, that's a small town, to Kiev or to Kharkov. The level of life there is way cheaper than in Kiev and Kharkov, so I can believe you that it was only $330. If you would go, I don't know, into a small village.
It depends of what kind of vodka did you drink. No, it's a lot of things.
Vodka is different.
Of course, and prices are different.
I'm not an expert in vodka, I'm sorry.
Like all alcohol drinks.
Oh yeah, like a different wine. Guys, there is no thing you need to remember and give no Michelin restaurant. Are you sure about that? You have to Google that, guys. A most expensive restaurant, take advantage of the men. Guys, if you went out on a date, you have paid for the meal, and by some miracle the lady did not like you, not because the meal was not expensive enough, but maybe because the topics you brought up were not interesting for her, or you were not attentive enough, or simply she understands that you have really different vision about things. She is not a scammer, and it's not because of the restaurant. Try to look for other reasons. Maybe it's all about you. Maybe it's all about her. And
Maybe you are boring.
and she's doing you actually a favor by saving your time and her time and not agreeing to go on a second date. Let's see for one more, and that's it. What else? This is
I
stupid.
have a question.
Okay.
I have a
I have a
question.
question. I was answering this one.
Okay.
I have already
okay.
written him an answer. So let's take those one that don't have a comment. This is so stupid. The same as asking someone to point a gun at you and then pull the trigger. Then being surprised it shot you. Dude literally asked the chick out. Right chick, lady. A gentleman has asked a lady, but okay, out and to pick the damn place to eat. Of course, she picks a nice place. How does some of these guys get to be older without learning so much basic concepts? Yes, if you don't want to be in this situation when the bill is way too expensive, choose a restaurant yourself.
But if you are in some new city and you don't know a lot of restaurants and you don't know what to choose, so you can ask a lady, and there's nothing wrong about that.
Nowadays with Google you can read the reviews, you can read about the restaurants, you can even see the menu to understand how expensive it would be, if you can afford it or no. Different ladies have different tastes and different expectations. So if the bill was higher than what you have expected, it means that you haven't prepared well. I have written a comment there that a lady should be considerate. I remember, I will tell the story really quickly. A girl who has bought my book, we were having a gathering to discuss the book I have written, ladies, and she said she shared a story. She went out, girl in her early 20s, with the boy in his early 20s. In the evening, it was a working day night after work, and he has asked her out to a cafe. She thought they would have dinner there because that's evening. She has just finished her work. They arrive at this cafe, and he's opening the menu, and he's telling the waiter straight away that I'll have a cup of coffee. He closes the menu and he gives it back to the waiter. She understands that the gentleman went there to have just coffee. He was not thinking about having like a proper meal. So of course she was very considerate, polite. She said that she struggled for 2 minutes. On the one hand, she wanted to have at least a salad. On the other hand, she understood that if she will order a salad, she'll have to pay for it by herself. And she didn't want to offend the guy. She was that considerate. So she had coffee, she was hungry, and the date did not go well because obviously she said no for a second date. If you want to have considerate dates like that, when the girl would order coffee or water and stay hungry, well, you won't get any second dates. If you ask a lady out and you expect that she'll have just a cup of coffee, maybe you have to agree about that we are meeting in Starbucks, for example, or at the coffee shop and we will just have coffee. But if you ask her out to the restaurant, to an expensive place or to a place that is expensive for you, we have already discussed it, that we all have our own vision, what is expensive, what is the value, then you shouldn't hope that she will order just coffee. Guys, we hope it was helpful. Somebody, money is never dirty. What you do to you is either dirty or good. Nobody can learn from a tool, and everything costs money. Without money, how can one pay for the other service? Yes, we are a service and we work for money, but earning money is not the final goal. We really value our clients. We love spreading love. We love receiving photos from weddings and engagements.
But we are alive people and we want to eat.
Yes, and we do this blog for free. You can watch all these videos. Not only our clients who have paid for our service, but all users of YouTube as well. Please text us if you like this format, live videos, if the quality is better from the phone than from the computer. I know it's better when you do it with our operator Sasha, but we can't do live streams with him. We will keep filming videos with Sasha, so the quality will be good. If you like the streams, text us so that we know it. We wish you love. Will we do the heart? Last time somebody said that it was a circle, not a heart. That's a heart. We hope that you are having a nice Wednesday. Bye, guys. Oops, how do I stop it?
Крестик.